Students were out Sunday morning cleaning up the mess left behind by their peers. Saturday night's party on the Hill turned destructive and violent. Videos show hundreds of people packed together, flipping over cars and throwing things at police. As of this morning, no one is under arrest.
She says people are climbing on her vehicle in the area that you guys are working. Another call, people jumping on vehicles, smashing windows, and nobody for contact on that one as well.
Boulder police activated its SWAT team, and the university sent out an alert telling people to leave the area. The crowd of partygoers did not leave. Videos show people causing damage by flipping a car and smashing windows. SWAT began using pepper balls.
Copy that. Start launching pepper balls. Go to smoke.
Police say some students threw rocks and bricks at officers.
Charlie 1, our windshield is broken out. We are getting hit with large
A few officers had minor injuries. And on Sunday, Boulder County District Attorney Michael Daugherty called these actions selfish and criminal.
Hey guys, we got another one that's coming out of Colorado. Another story out of Colorado. And this one has to do with a party that kind of went crazy, and the cops are looking for people, I think. Let's look at it. Thank you to KDVR.com for the story. Boulder police estimate between 500 and 800 people were at a massive street party that turned violent Saturday night on University Hill.
What started out as a day party on University Hill in Boulder turned into a mob by nightfall, with many attacking police officers, flipping a car, and damaging property across the neighborhood. And now investigators are asking for the public's help in finding those responsible.
It was a wild Saturday night, and 9 News reporter Nelson Garcia is live at the Boulder Police Department, where they continue to get hundreds of tips.
Officials are now asking for witnesses to share videos and photos that can help lead to arrests for partiers and possible expulsion for students from the University of Colorado. Boulder County District Attorney Michael Daugherty said, "I don't regard people flipping over a car as a party. I don't regard people throwing bottles and rocks at firefighters and police officers as a party. Those are criminal acts and be treated as such."
District Attorney's Office, along with our partners in law enforcement, regard this conduct as very, very serious.
No arrests have been made.
In a statement released on Twitter, Boulder police said they are also reviewing body camera footage and social media posts and video to identify individuals involved in criminal acts. Around 1:30 p.m. on Saturday, police in Boulder received reports of parties at houses in the 800 block of 12th Street, according to a press conference held on Sunday by school and city officials.
If the cleaned up neighborhood doesn't tell the story of what happened here Saturday night,
you'll definitely be seeing more officers through the neighborhood.
Then perhaps the damage to the Boulder police armored vehicle will.
But it shows that, when it was pulled in, it was immediately surrounded. And immediately it was pelted with bottles, rocks, and bricks.
People attending those parties were given warnings about public health order violations, as the city of Boulder is still under level yellow COVID-19 restrictions, which puts a 10-person limit on personal gatherings. By around 5:40 p.m., a crowd of hundreds started to gather in the University Hill neighborhood. Partiers managed to flip a car, set off fireworks, and cause significant property damage before police moved in around 8:30 p.m. and ordered the crowd to disperse. One Colorado University student, Colin Bailey, said, "It literally was Project X. All the videos there were people all over the roofs, ceilings. It was insane. There was like a mob of hundreds of people literally walking down College Avenue, like chasing the cop cars, and they chased them away."
Dianwa has never seen it look like this. She's with Boulder County Public Safety and says this University Hill party grew into an angry mob, attacking officers and causing property damage. Over the past 24 hours, she says police have received more than 750 tips as investigators comb through body camera images and social media. They want people to tell them if they recognize anyone here.
Boulder Police Chief Maris Harold said, "We did deploy a limited amount of tear gas into the area, which got to the desired effect. I think the decision not to use other force mechanisms was the right decision. Obviously, with this crowd, we do not want to agitate further. Believe me, we have excellent body-worn cameras, video, and the community is sending this video. There will be arrests.
Right now, there is a large amount of video and photos that these detectives are going through, and it's piecing some of them together.
Patrick O'Rourke, Colorado University's chief operating officer, said if they can't meet our expectations, they are not welcome at the university. Patrick O'Rourke also said any student who either joined in the gathering in clear violation of public health orders or refused to disperse when asked by law enforcement is subject to disciplinary action. Any student who is found responsible for having engaged in any act of violence toward police officers or other egregious acts, including property damage, will face serious sanctions up to being removed from Colorado University Boulder and not being readmitted. They may also face civil and criminal sanctions from the city and county, and we will be assisting in every way that we can with the district attorney's office and the Boulder police to investigate the crimes that occurred, O'Rourke said. Officials worry the incident could lead to a COVID-19 outbreak and are urging anyone who was there or knows people who were there to quarantine for 10 days.
I think the cost of potential spread is very serious.
Angela Cimental is with Boulder County Public Health. She wants everyone in this crowd to quarantine and get a COVID test in 5 days. She says students don't have to fear getting caught.
And I do want to emphasize that testing is not linked to any gathering. So people can go and feel free to test and make sure that if they have a positive COVID test, that they isolate.
She doesn't want the story of Saturday night to continue with COVID spread, while police want the story to end and identifying suspects from these images.
So there you go. Boulder, Colorado, Boulder, Denver, Aurora. Anybody else in Colorado want to lose control of their city? But here we had a bunch of college students that just basically took over the police. And I want to know what you guys think about this one thing. Do you believe the police just left? One college student says, we chased them away. Do you believe that's because of 2020, that the cops didn't want to end up on the news and get into some type of altercation with them where they would be on the news and they'd be all over the national, and or they would cause a riot in the city? It seems like Boulder, Colorado police, I mean, I'm not saying that they should hurt anybody or do anything of that nature, but here you have people flipping cars over and shooting fireworks at the fire department and the police officers, and they'd run away. Is that because of what happened in 2020 with all of the protests that Boulder, Colorado Police Department is like, you know what, we ain't getting into it? Instead of doing their job. And I know some people go, well, you know, some people don't like law enforcement. I get that. But if that was my car.
And these are very solid leads. Video is very good. Photos are very good. We've gotten a lot of good information from our community members, and we'd really like to thank them for all the information they're sending.
Boulder Public Safety will be meeting with residents in the University Hill area in about 90 minutes in a virtual meeting. They're going to talk about the investigation and how to keep incidents like this from happening again.
What do you guys think? Let me know in the comment section below. Community Leo Watch. Watching Leos, that's law enforcement officers, to include those cops in Boulder, Colorado that run away and from coast to coast.